Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun and I welcome you all back to the next Super Smash Bros. Discussion video. I believe this is the 6th one I've done. I've already talked about stuff like Fire Emblem representation, Mario's Final Smash, third party choices and yada yada yada. This one is not necessarily going to be particularly like speculating on something in the game, but talking about a certain feature now that we know is in the game that was announced back at E3, the what used to be Clone Fighters, now known as Echo Fighters. And is there a problem with Echo Fighters or not? That kind of discussion thing. And you may be wondering, like, what would the problem with Echo Fighters be? They're just like simple, like clone-esque characters that are kind of remodeled to be different characters that can fit under the same moveset, yada yada yada. And I know that. That's originally what the likes of, Dr. Mario, Lucina, and Dark Pit were in Smash Bros. 4 when there was no term known as Echoes until, Sakurai is using it now for Smash Bros. Ultimate with the likes of, Chrom and Dark Samus, Richter and Simon Belmont kind of echoes of each other, stuff like that. But it's like, it never existed back then, but it's what, would used to be called by the fan base, by Sakurai, by whatever, clone characters, which has been a thing pretty much since the original, because Mario and Luigi were kind of clone-esque characters in the original Smash Brothers, and then that really kind of, happened in the likes of Melee with, Ganondorf and Young Link and the Roy Marth situation and everyone else pretty much on that roster. There was a ton of clones in Melee, and then there was still a couple in Brawl, Smash 4. Now they're known as Echoes. But like, what would the problem be? Like, people would be like questioning me now, like, is there a problem with Echoes? That's the name of this video going to be. Is there a problem with Echo Fighters? People be like, there's no, not really. And it's not a problem particularly with the idea of Echo Fighters. I think that's cool because this way we can get a lot more newcomers, even as DLC, that could simply go under a person's moveset and it won't be as much work to throw them in there. Like, throw Impa onto Sheik, throw Zack onto Cloud, Ken onto Ryu, people will say Shadow onto Sonic. I quite frankly don't really want him in the game, Echo or otherwise. But if they throw a bunch of them in there, there you go. There's an easy secondary Sonic character. And yada yada. They talk about all these characters that can be echoes of each other. All these Fire Emblem characters, Mario characters, Zelda, Xenoblade, Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, Pac-Man, Animal Crossing, WarioWare, Pokemon, and stuff like that. There's a bunch of people that, there's a bunch of characters that could totally be used as Echo Fighters. And there's no problem with Echo Fighters whatsoever. Like in the basis of actually including them on the roster, I think that's a cool thing, because that's a cool way of getting these characters that might be a little too similar to characters you already have, and you could just put them in the game, and it makes sense because they're an Echo Fighter or someone else. Like someone like, you can make like an echo of like Ike, or Celica an echo of like Robin. You can make Ken for Ryu. You can make like a Hero Shade for Link somewhat. You could have done Isabelle for a villager, but we know that Isabelle is an actual original character, and that is a good thing. But, that could have made sense. And various other characters from various other games could be used as echoes. Like, you could even do Dr. Luigi for, like, Luigi, or I'm trying to think of other characters that would make a little bit of sense. None come to my head right now. But, you could do Echo Fighters for a lot of cool characters, just to include them in the game. My problem with it is there a problem with Echoes? It's not the idea of Echoes themselves, but the idea of what people want from Echoes, and the fact that it seems like nowadays, when I look at Smash Bros. Speculation, 9 times out of 10, people just keep recommending, I want this Echo, this Echo, this Echo, this Echo. Instead of wanting original fighters, instead of wanting characters that be unique and different, they throw Echo Fighters out there, like in the wazoo, like a ton of them. They don't really talk about too many original fighters, and they talk about characters that couldn't be Echo Fighters, but just to throw them in the game, let's just make them Echo Fighters, even though for some characters it wouldn't make much sense. People were talking about, I remember seeing a discussion on Facebook before, in a Smash discussion group, about people saying that Elma from Xenoblade Chronicles X should be an echo of Shulk, and I'm like, how in the hell is that possible? They don't fight anything alike. And then I seen the same another person in our group, or I think on Facebook, I don't know if it was YouTube or Facebook, I remember seeing people say, from Tails, you have Yuri Lowell, you have Lloyd Irving, and you have Cress Elbane. Oh, we could just put Lloyd Irving in the game and make Yuri and Cress freaking echoes. How does that work? Lloyd uses 2 swords. Both these two use 1. Think before you speculate Echo characters. Like it's just like, what's the problem with Echo Fighters? Is not the Echo Fighters themselves, because that concept is really interesting. It is how fans perceive it and how fans speculate it. Because now I'm seeing a bunch of characters get speculated that pretty much before the idea of Echo Fighters ever got conceived, probably would have stood 0 to no chance of getting in, and people are speculating that these characters should be included in the game just for the simple fact of it's just a status quo. We just want to bump the numbers up. We want to make this roster as huge as possible. Just give everyone an Echo. And I'm getting that mentality from fans now, like in terms of speculation, because most of the time it seems like fans are speculating Echoes rather than original fighters, when you really should be speculating both, because we still need those original fighters, people. We shouldn't just have a bunch of like clone Echo characters. And for the sake of just bumping up the roster, when you add characters that are meaningless just for the sake of adding to the status quo and adding a character as an Echo of someone just for the sake of them having an Echo, that doesn't help balance the roster out. That doesn't help make the roster any better when you're just putting a character in for the sake of making them either a representative of their game, even though they could have been original, you just throw them in an Echo moveset, or for the sake of just throwing them in there for bumping up the numbers and giving someone an Echo. And I'm just thinking, like, that's my main complaint now since the idea of Echoes. Because at first it was an interesting concept when it was announced back at E3 and whatnot. I was like, cool, this is cool. And then I feel like the fans, and I'm not trying to dog the Smash Brothers fan base or gamers or the discussion groups and speculation of Smash Brothers and everything, but it seems like it's gotten out of control because now everyone seems to want to speculate Echo, 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 and you don't see a lot of characters, people speculating what original fighters should be in there, which those should still be a main priority. We want originality in Smash Bros. We want characters with unique, different movesets. You need both. The idea is you add the original characters. That's cool. You add the original characters on the base roster. You add the original characters as DLC. So because these characters represent certain games in their franchises, or certain other companies outside Nintendo and whatnot, and you can represent them from their history in the gaming industry or their history with Nintendo, or just being awesome characters or awesome franchise, and it's awesome, cool moveset. And the Echoes are just supposed to be the side meal, your little appetizer with the main meal, but people are turning this appetizer into the main meal and not remembering that they have a main meal of main new characters, of newcomers, and I see a lot of focus on the Echo Fighters, and the Echo Fighters should be a priority. We've gotten how many new ones so far? We've gotten Chrom, Dark Samus, Daisy, Richter and Simon are kind of echoes of each other. We've gotten, and then Lucina and Dark Pit are still there, a decent chunk. And there's a lot of ones that are heavily speculated for the game. There's a lot of leaks and rumors that are talking about the Shadow and Ken for, Sonic and Ryu and stuff like that. And then people are making, just speculating who can be echoes of every character. And I'm not saying to not think about that, because I think the same thing. I think about what echoes could be cool for characters. People speculate the likes of, Big Boss Snake or Liquid Snake for Snake, and I think that'd be kind of cool. Those characters work. You can get Akuma also as a potential echo for, Ryu to some extent. If someone from Tekken was included, they say, oh, you could put, Heihachi in there and then make Jin or Kazuya an echo of them, or those two echoes of each other, which their movesets are kind of similar. I could see where they're going with that. And they speculate all this stuff, and it's cool because I speculate that stuff too. I like to see echoes. I'm pushing for Celica and all to get in the game at all as echoes of Ike and Robin, because Ike's moveset does kind of work for Echo Ike with a bow and a shield, so make him kind of like a Link Ike combo, and you get yourself Alm, and he has the Shen scale as his final smash. There you go, and just take away the sword and magic book tome kind of depleting for Celica, and give her Pichu's ability of losing getting damage from spells, and you get two easy characters. You represent some more Fire Emblem characters than just Awakening and Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, and stuff like that. And it's just it gives different games in there, and I'd be fine with that just for the sake of them getting in, because those movesets work for them. But that's not always the case with these people that are speculating characters to get in, just for the sake of either adding a character in. For example, I see people speculating the likes of Galactonite from Kirby be a Meta Knight Echo. And Galactonite's a cool character. He represents the series fairly well. But do we really want him in Smash Brothers is the thing. I feel people are speculating characters that if there were no such thing as echoes, they would have zero chance of wanting to speculate these characters, because otherwise they probably never would have gotten in and never be considered. But now people are considering characters to be put in just for the sake of adding to the roster, just throwing someone as an Echo, throwing a character, bumping up their roster, and just wanting to throw random characters out there that otherwise probably wouldn't have been included. And they're trying to fit characters that wouldn't work as Echoes of some characters just for the sake of getting them in there. And so Sakurai has less work to throw these characters in. They don't have to be original and stuff like that. It's just, that's what the problem is for me, is that people are turning this into, let's make this as an Echo-filled game. And it shouldn't be that. It really shouldn't be that. You should still focus on original characters. And a lot of people still do, because they still talk about the likes of Gino, and they still talk about the likes of Elma, and they still talk about the likes of, Shantae and Incineroar, Decidueye, and all these different characters that could have gotten in this, could still get in the Smash Brothers through the main roster or DLC or whatever. And it's just like, there's still original characters speculated. It's not like they've overtaken them. I just feel like the Echo thing's gotten out of control. And I don't know if anyone else would agree with me. And it's not, like I said before, it's not me hating on Echo characters. It's me hating on the concept that people are pushing Echo characters, in directions, obsessing over it, and in directions it really shouldn't be going. It's cool to get Echo characters. We're gonna get some more. We're probably gonna get some Echo fighters as DLC too, but I don't want them to overtake original characters. I don't want them just to add an Echo character just for the sake of adding an Echo character. And I don't want them to make a character that's an Echo who could fit as original. People are pushing that, Isabelle would be an Echo. And now I've seen people online complain that she's an original character. Oh, she should have been an Echo. Why is she original? Why are they putting all this effort into Isabelle? And I'm like, so you don't want original characters? What is your problem? She works as original. She has some moves similar to him, but it's like a Dr. Mario situation. It's like a Toon Link situation. It's a Luigi and Falco situation. They're different enough to not be Echoes. So Isabelle is different. And I'm happy that she's more original than I was assuming, because I was assuming she was going to be an Echo. And that's it, really. And like I said, I'm not complaining about the idea of Echoes. I am not complaining about the idea of Echoes. The Echo characters are awesome if you're adding the right characters and the ones that work, but people are speculating and pushing for characters just for the sake of bumping up numbers, representing random characters that otherwise never would have had a chance for Smash Bros. If there was no such thing as Echoes, and giving characters Echo capabilities that otherwise they should not have because they don't fit the characters. Elma or Rex. I've seen both of them. Oh, let's just make Rex a Shulk Echo. That doesn't work either. But yeah, that's about it. It's a little complaint discussion here. But I want you guys to know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think of Echoes? Like, do you like the concept of Echoes? Because I'm assuming most fans like it. But have you seen the speculation of people doing it? Because I've been on numerous groups, Nintendo groups, gaming groups, fighting game groups, Smash groups on Facebook, and seen numerous YouTube videos. And it just feels weird when I see the speculation for Echoes and see people speculating like that. And I'm not saying that's a problem. You can speculate all you want. I'm not complaining about how people speculate and predict and stuff. But it just feels weird when you go out of your way to do speculation like that with these Echo characters and you over-obsess over them too. So that's about it. Put in the comments what you guys think, because I don't complain about it. I like to see the concept, but I'm thinking the speculation and prediction capability of the fans for these Echo fighters is kind of getting out of control. And discuss it now. And while we're at it, discuss what characters you want to see as Echoes, because I know we all have someone we want to see as an Echo that could still work. So put it down there, discuss it. My name is SniperSwan. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you all later in the next discussion. Bye.